Friday night lights will not shine for every student athlete in lacrosse. La-crosse school district families are still waiting to live out their fall sports season. There is a new study, though, that may help turn the lights back on for some kids. News 8 Now's Jordan Fremstead introduces us to an athlete who is keeping a positive attitude as he waits for his season to kick off.
This radio silence at Roger Herring Stadium is usually the calm before Friday night kickoff for La-crosse Central football.
We've got a lot of camaraderie and we're basically brothers. It's basically what it amounts to.
That silence will not crescendo this fall.
So that's probably the hardest part for me, is not getting to be with my teammates.
Central senior Destin Woolley watches the highlights of other student athletes on nights like tonight.
It's hard. It's like, that could be us, that could be us.
Some families are left waiting, hoping, with no knowledge of when their children will play.
I really empathize with all those families, those athletes. I mean, this is their identity.
A new study from the University of Wisconsin-Madison's Medical School looked at 207 schools, representing 30,000 athletes that restarted sports in September. The study found that high school sports have not contributed to an increase in COVID-19 infections among athletes. Mayo-Clinic-Health-System's Dr. Joe Potaruka says this study is not perfect.
It's not necessarily peer-reviewed, so there's probably room for critique.
But he says the study's authors have a point.
Cross country and girls tennis, they actually had lower incidence rates compared to the general population.
Safety for group activities largely depends on the nature of case spread in a community.
Those case rates are very dependent on what the community activity is.
He says this data is still important.
We need to be honest with the data instead of just shutting everything down, cutting it down. But let's actually look at it and make some common sense decisions using science.
Woolley is missing out on his senior football experience.
This could be the last time I'm ever going to play sports on a team, like an actual team. And
however, for him, his senior year is worth more than a score.
It's out of our hands. There's nothing we can do. We can argue, we can not, as much as we don't like it, there's nothing we can do. And we just got to make the best of the moments we do have.
In lacrosse, this is Jordan Fremstead, News 8 Now.
He does have a good attitude, and Destin says the plan right now is for his team to play their season in the spring.